Greetings duelists and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about something that pretty much popped on my mind during the past week or so. As you guys already know, we've gotten a lot of OCG news involving a deck type shown here, and that deck type being dinosaurs. Um, I'm not gonna show the new cards yet. I'm not gonna talk about Transcendrix, or I'm not gonna talk about the Rex Raptors or the Evolsars that were announced for Dueling Nexus. In this video, what I'm going to do is talk about how are dinosaurs looking right now. Um, like, because when it comes to dinosaurs, the thing about it is the deck was never bad like during its like biggest inceptions. The biggest issue with dinosaurs is like there was not a really big consistent build of dinosaurs that didn't involve like really powerful cards or floodgates or like stuff in general. And like when it comes to like dinosaurs as a whole, like you look at all these cards, like you're looking at baby Ceratosaurus, you look at fossil dig not once per turn, you look at how powerful miscellaneousaurus is, and this card being like limited. Like if we look at everything here that I'm showing you, it shows you that there are a lot of options, and there are a lot of strategies, and there are a lot of ways you can build dinosaurs. And when I look at the new support, again, I'll make a separate video probably talking about all of that. I don't see the new support changing the landscape of what dinosaurs can do. What I can see it do is like maybe bring a layer of consistency on what the deck already does. Like, if we already know about dinosaurs, you know that one of the biggest things that is done in this deck is pretty much looping a way to generate self-destruction to your baby dinosaurs, and then having them like as rifle through their effects multiple times. But yeah, like when it comes to dinosaurs, like there are a lot of paths you can take with the deck, and I find that very very cool. I'm going to talk about stuff that are kind of unorthodox in regular dinosaur builds, but I know that can be played in the future, or it won't be faulted if that were to be played like at all. So the first thing I want to talk about is Destrudo and Dragon's Ravine. As you guys already know, Ancient Fairy Dragon is now legal. Is now TCG legal, and it now has the errata of like hard once per turn for field spell popping and for self special summoning. The reason I'm bringing up Ancient Fairy Dragon is because a lot of dinosaur builds play like Lost World. Like they max out on that level on Lost World, and not only do they play Lost World, some of them actually play Dark Diagram, because of True King Lithosagem. So I figured if you already have a deck that has field spells as part of your engine, then like Ancient Fairy Dragon is already going to be a right fit, because the thing about it is like getting to Lost World and resolving its effects, or getting to Dragon Diagram and resolving its effects, is huge for dinosaurs. Like it pretty much fulfills their win condition of like cycling through your baby's effects and like looping through them. And like if you resolve Lithosagem popping two babies, like it's a really really strong snowball effect. Like you're banishing three from your opponent's extras, you're resolving multiple summons, you can get to your Evolsar monsters. So yeah, I think if we like having a consistent way to get to diagram could be a thing to look out for if you're playing dinosaurs. Um, I guess another card I gotta talk about is Doodle Beast. This card is not really standard. Not many people play this. But the thing I like about Doodle Beast is that its effect is a normal summon. And that's really huge because in the off chance you get summon locked, or like, for example, they Ibly lock you or they like do something else. Um, this card serves as an as a way to keep playing, or at least a solid interruption despite those locks. Um, like and just having another monster as an interruption, another monster as a beater. Um, I'm not talking about the other Doodle Beasts because I think Tyranno's the best one. Like um, I'm not familiar much with Stego or like the Doodle book, but I feel like if we don't have enough names, the other cards should not be run. You should just run Tyranno because it's a good standalone monster. Um, like the fact that it's non-targeting to pop one monster is also huge. And you can pop your own cards as well. So yeah, that was like another thing I thought about. Um, One other cool one, Tyranno Infinity. People who played Dinosaurs in the past knows that this is pretty much a cheesy OTK card. Um, the thing about it is, it's not really hard to get this thing with a lot of attack. Like, Miscellaneousaurus Banishing 4 already makes this 4k, which is huge. If you summon Conductor, that's like 2 more k. If you end up facing a deck like Kashtira, they're probably gonna banish a bunch of your monsters. Obviously, take note, this will not boost itself if you have cards banished face down, but I digress. So yeah, Tyranno Infinity is something else. Um, I'm gonna talk about Overtex. This card has pretty much been replaced by Animanord Archosaur. However, if you're playing a mill strategy, for example, like a tier deck, or like a deck that can be served as a hybrid and can summon send this to the graveyard, or have a way to play pill like in other ways, like off the top of my head, I'm thinking about the Dino Thunder deck that was played like long ago, back when they first came out. It basically used Evolution Pill, banishing them. They would trigger, and then you go through multiple phases. You play Quotalus multiple times. The deck already plays Allure, so this was a dark monster. And the Quotalus has a spell and trap negation effect too. This is something to take very special note of, especially since how popular Evenly Matched is in the format, as well as other like board breaker cards. So yeah, I think nobody should be like, you wouldn't be faulted if you end up playing something like this in like a hybrid strategy. Um, I'll talk about the vanillas and Survival's End. Um, like Survival's End having like a disruption effect that comes from the graveyard is really powerful. Um, this has synergy with Lost World as well, which is really cool. Um, like there was a dinosaur build that used to run like Paleozoics, and Paleozoics will have like synergy with them because this is a normal trap, so it triggers the Paleozoics to summon, but at the same time the Paleozoics are normal monsters. So they work with Survival's End as an interruption as well. Um, or at least, my bad, it works with survival's end to pop the paleos to summon dinos, rather. So yeah, like, um, the vanilla build of dinosaurs is another thing to look out for. Um, Other notable cards that are not as common are strategies. Let's talk about ninjas. So if you guys are already familiar with this format, you already know that Jesse Cotton, like, bolstered the idea of ninjas being a coherent strategy. Um, However, things that people overlook is that ninjas can actually synergize well with dinosaurs. Not only dinosaurs, but they can synergize with other monster types, because um, the Super Ninjutsu art lets you summon, like, the dinos and other stuff, equivalent to whatever ninjas you tribute. Um, and that's cool, because not only does it start your engine, however, this also serves as an interruption, because you can send opponents monsters to the graveyard to summon these. So, like, just summoning Hanzo, grabbing this, or using, like, other cards to get to your ninjutsu arts and set your ninja monsters, like, it's already really good, because you have a lot of dinosaurs that already serve as interruptions, like Pancratops, for example. Sadly, you cannot summon Conductor, but like, at least you have Pancratops as one. Like, if it's your turn, you can summon Oviraptor and just start your plays. Yeah, like, if anybody, like, likes ninjas and they think they can find a proper deck build to, like, synergize these with dinosaurs, I would say, like, that would make it a very, very cool strategy, and something that people probably are gonna be caught off guard. um I guess one dinosaur archetype that I have not brought up, and cards that you can play alongside them, are the Jurax. Like, back in the day, I still remember Guaiba and Dino were used to be played. And Aeolo has been a mainstay in some Dino builds, just because you can summon a Miscellaneousaurus as a level 1 tuner. Sadly, this stopped being the case after, like, the ban of Halki 5-Rax and Ib, the the World Chalice Justiciar. But like, if you look at this drag, like, this one draws you cards if you pop a monster. This summons you other monsters if you take another monster. Like, Jurax have a bunch of synchros as well, and, like, some of their synchros are pretty cool. The other thing to take note of is, like, we're getting more cards to support Jurax. One cool one is this one, Jurax Impact. Like, if you control a dinosaur monster with 25 or more, 20 pop cards on the field, like, just having a board wipe that can be easily triggered in this deck is cool, especially since you benefit from self-destruction. Um, so yeah, like, another engine I want to talk about that people probably overlook or have not, like, incorporated. Maybe it's because of consistency issues, but I digress. Well, let's talk about sprites. Um, the baby dinosaurs are level 2, and they are not hard to get on the board, like, at all. You do a lot of plays involving them. So, like, just having multiple monsters as extenders kinda is feels like a really good idea in dinosaurs, just in general, because like, dinosaurs are a deck that thrives out of extending and try to play through, like, your opponent's boards, or, like, try to play through your opponent's interruptions. So just having another engine or another strategy that tries to do the same thing like it's pretty cool. Um, if you play the Paleozoic build that plays the vanillas, they're also level 2s, so that's something else to take note of. Uh, it's hard to say how consistent this is, but it is like an option that I pondered upon, and it has been overlooked. Let's talk about kaijus. Dogoran is a dinosaur. Is searchable of miss. Is searchable off Oviraptor, which is searchable off Fossil Dig. And one thing that I did not bring up with dinosaurs is they have little care for the extra deck, so part of prosperity is another consistency card for them. So just having a natural out to cards that it cannot be interrupted, and the fact that you have a lot of ways to search for it, kind of like benefit warrants it. I mentioned Kaiju Slumber, despite the fact that you have non-dinosaur kaijus as well, is because this can pop your own cards. And this popping like the baby dinosaurs, it's already like huge. Like it's not only is it a board wipe, but it's a board wipe that benefits your win condition, and it also serves as a consistency card if you decide to play multiple kaijus. And if you're looking at the current format right now, kaijus are something to take a huge note of, since we are facing like very common threats that people try to protect, like Kashtira or Rice Heart. Let's talk about scraps. Scrap engine. So some dinosaur builds play these, some don't. Basically, you're trading consistency for power. Um, like at the end of the day, is like what the thing about scraps is, it's a snowball effect. This is an engine that if it resolves, you're way more ahead in the game than you should be, because this rolls out so much advantage. It puts on so many bodies. It like synergizes very very well with your dinosaurs. The biggest issue is you are playing a couple bricks. Like some people don't even play the Frisch, they only play Chimera, and Chimera is already a really bad draw in itself. Even if you can pop the Scrap Raptor like by other means and have an extra normal summon, like just so this is not something common, super common, but it's something to take note of. Um, but yeah, I guess a conclusion that I'm arriving to is we're getting more dinosaurs soon, and that means that um, this deck is going to see play. Like, I wholeheartedly believe that dinosaurs are at a spot where, like, their power is already very, very warranted. It's just the limit of how it's built without sacrificing consistency is at the moment. We're getting a lot of new cards, like between the cards from Wild Survivors and the cards from Dulip's Nexus, and like and the evil stuff, the like pretty much is looked up upon. Like dinosaurs have a plethora of options, and the thing about it is, it's only time will tell how this deck will evolve. Um, but I'd say that at the current format that we're in right now, I'd say the ceiling for this strategy, um, it's going to be warranted. Um, but yeah, I hope you like this discussion Video, it's basically a lot of theory and a lot of like brainstorming. I'll probably talk about the new dinosaur cards in a separate video and probably be a more lengthier discussion. I hope you enjoy and stay tuned.